tea. So sit on down and enjoy the show because Just D's show is raw and uncensored.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell.
What's up, DzPeepz? This is your girl D coming at you with this sweet, piping hot tea. So sit on down and enjoy the show because Just D's show is raw and uncensored.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell.
What's up, DzPeepz? This is your girl D coming at you with this sweet, piping hot tea. So sit on down and enjoy the show because Just D's show is raw and uncensored.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell.
Okay, y'all bear with me because this retrograde is retrograding. But we are here. Thank you so much for your patience. Bear with me because I need to make for sure. Hold on. So y'all know we're in the Mercury retrograde and technical issues and delays and all of that be goings on. So I was trying to get, oh, and bear with me because I don't know why I got the bubblies. But anyways, I was trying to get my Instagram up so I could share screen because part of the video content that I'm going to be showing is from Instagram posts. So what I had to end up doing, why I had to delay the start, I had to just do a quick screen recording of the video. So it's a raw screen recording. It's not edited at all. So basically it's a lady who says she's an Epstein survivor who claims that Jay-Z and Epstein and Beyonce have allegedly have these African child murder safaris with Epstein. She claims to be a survivor, and she even went on to say how they targeted her daughter. So that's why it was delayed, because I was trying to get logged in. And again, technical issues, Mercury retrograde, definitely be testing the patience. So like I said, instead of me trying to continue with that, I just was like, let me just go ahead and do a quick screen recording and let's just get to it. So again, thank you so much for your patience, all of my DzPeepz. Shout out to all of the DzPeepz in the building. Shout out to the new DzPeepz. I just want to quickly acknowledge the people that have been coming to the channel. And thank you to those who have left commentary, after the lives and all of that. So I am on my yoga ball. So if y'all see me rocking and rolling, that's why. So now, before I get started, of course, as always, all commentary on my channel is alleged and for entertainment and educational purposes outside of my real life experience and, of course, my opinion. We are going to be reviewing video content tonight. The first one, like I said, is from the Instagram post of the lady from Africa. And she's an African lady, like she's telling this story. And then I'm going to revisit the Morbid Melon animated video because that's the video, even though it's a parody, when it showed Jay-Z, Diddy, Jaguar, Oprah, and Epstein. Those rumors have been going around for quite some time. Way before the Epstein files were released, I was hearing that. In fact, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was hearing that when Jaguar and I were aligned. And y'all know I didn't believe shit anybody would say because, Scorpios, when we support people, we don't fuck with people that, talk shit about them. But the more I've done research, I'm not going to lie to y'all, there are, it could be a possibility. And then the other question is, did Jaguar sacrifice her son, Giovanni, for Jay-Z? Because there's been a lot of rumors for at least the last couple of years that allegedly her and Jay-Z had a romantic relationship back in the day. And allegedly I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they had a connection as, more up to date, supposedly in 2017. These are things that sources close to Jaguar have said, that allegedly her and Jay-Z still had a connection right before she started truth telling, which in order to truth tell, you have to be telling the fucking truth. But when she started, exposing Jay-Z and really, really focusing on Jay-Z. So I've been doing some research. I've been connecting the dots. I'm going to show you guys some of what I found. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat, as I'm going along. Now, when I start to share screen, I cannot see y'all in the chat because I'm no longer on the studio page. So if you put something in the chat, bear with me. As soon as I toggle back over, I will look at it. Now, before I continue, I am going to go ahead and do my prayers just because, one, I like it. I know it sets the tone. Two, it puts an energy of protection, which I've already done because I already did my cleanse earlier today. But also because we are talking about things that are, part of the darkness of this world. And here's what people need to understand. I know some people are very into my investigative research. And then there's people who are on the vibration of fear that fear it. And my whole thing is this. You cannot defeat evil if you don't know what the fuck is going on. That's number one. Number two, you need to know what's going on so that you're not deceived. Because like multiple conversations that I recently have, all of us realized, all of us that, at one time did support Jaguar and everybody affiliated with her, we all realized how we all were tricked. We all were misled, believing, Jaguar's this truth teller and exposing Jay-Z and Diddy, only according to the research I've done and from the sources that I've talked to, only to find out that allegedly she was with them doing the shit the entire time. So my goal is to prove what is the truth for real and what's a bunch of lies. Because, people will say and do anything to get paid and get AdSense deposits. Like literally, people will say and do anything. And when a person, oh wait, let me put that in my email. When people don't know that they're being bewitched, you'll be wondering why you believe things without questioning. And one thing about me, growing up in church, I'm going to question what the fuck a person's telling me. I'm not gonna just believe some shit because somebody, you know, said it or wants me to. I'm gonna actually look it up, research it. Okay, is this true? Is it not? And go from there. So we are going to revisit the video where she left the voicemails for Goomba because that ties into the investigation. We're also going to finish the interview that Trasha K did with her son Sam Jr. because that is extremely relevant to my investigation, specifically regarding Giovanni. And then the Morbid Melon video, that is relevant to the accusations. And y'all, it's exactly how I told y'all at the end of 2024 and in 2025. If y'all remember, any of y'all veteran Just D show DzPeepz, please put in the chat a why if you remember when I told you that Jay-Z and Beyonce were being investigated. And I told y'all that there was going to be shit exposed that a lot of people didn't want to believe, but it was going to be irrefutable. And I said that Jay-Z is going to end up getting locked up and going to jail, just like Diddy. If y'all remember me telling you that, please just put a Y in the chat. Because I said that to y'all all last year. Like, bro, they're getting investigated. And just because he got that case dismissed with prejudice of the girl at the VMAs, you know, that alleged that she was raped by him and Diddy in, what was it, 2000 or 2003. I said, just because he got that case dismissed doesn't mean there's not other cases against him. These are accusations of murder involving him and Beyonce, allegedly, and Oprah, and Harvey Weinstein, and Jaguar, Diddy, and Epstein, allegedly. But the main focus, who they're focusing on in this particular video, is Jay-Z himself. So, and thank y'all for the whys and the confirmation, because it's like, bro, I've been predicting, and everything I've been predicting been goddamn happening. Like, everything. So, the investigation continues, but let me go ahead on with the prayer so we can get right into it, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm tired, and I don't want to be on this live super long. And if I have to do a part 2, we'll do a part 2. Give me 1 second to take my sleep aid. All right, so anyway, Most High, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters, thank you for your presence. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for the strength to continue on no matter what challenges we've been facing. Thank you for this entire collective. Thank you everybody that's listening on this live right now. Thank you for those that will catch the replay. And thank you for the healing of those who hear this live. Most High, I ask that you continue to guide and protect me, this platform, this collective family, and everybody that we are connected to. Any energy rising up against me, this collective, this video, this live, let it fall by the wayside immediately. Let it be destroyed by itself, and let chaos and confusion come about the lives of every person who has been sending evil intentions, evil eye, incantations, curses, spell work, dark witchcraft. I reverse all that energy back to sender immediately, 100,000-fold. And I reverse that energy back, and along with it, send death and hell to those people for their intentions that they have sent out. They will receive it immediately. They will receive the very intention that they send. And I bind their evil intentions to the very flames of hell. In the name of the Most High God, I ask that you continue to guide and awaken those who are dead. The dead in Christ shall rise. Awaken their consciousness to understand that Christ is a frequency that they walk in and become, and that the Most High God dwells within us and not without. Thank you for my gifts. Thank you for my physical sight, hearing, mobility. Thank you for my healing from my crown down to my feet. Thank you that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every weapon formed shall be destroyed. And thank you for the healing of everybody on this live. In the name of the Most High God, your Son, Yeshua, the true Christ, Asheo, and so it is. All right, thank y'all so much. Let me run through the comments real quick so we can get right into it. And again, thank you to everybody that is watching. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you and welcome to D's World. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Matter of fact, let me get my channel up on the screen. Ooh, out of nowhere, I feel Odell's energy real strong. Oh, DZ, if you in the building, drop in the chat and say what's up. I know y'all be watching every goddamn time I go live. I keep hearing more and more all about my content over on the Blue Couch coming out of Jaguar's mouth. So, yeah, if y'all are watching, keep watching. Y'all don't forget, again, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on your notification bell. That way you get notified every time I go live or upload. And for those that would like to support the channel, feel free to drop a blessing in my Cash App, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, as well as is pinned in the chat. Hold on, I forgot to bring up the petition. And again, for those that are just tuning in, I'm on my yoga ball. It actually really does help with reducing the nerve pain. And so if you see me moving around, rocking and rolling, it's because I'm on my gigantic yoga ball. Hold on, there it is. Okay. And then y'all, so this week I plan on doing my raw and uncensored content straight from rumble.com. I do plan for us to do watch parties, and I did confirm that I can give a reaction review to the Diddy Reckoning documentary. I can also give a reaction review to the Pizzagate documentaries that I found, and I can give a reaction review of the Making of a Bad Boy documentary. All of these things are completely relevant to everything that has to do with the Epstein files and all of this shit getting exposed. So y'all make sure to get over to rumble.com, subscribe on Rumble. Follow me there. That way, like, following's cool, but subscribing ensures that you get notified and you get to participate in the chat. And I think they give you like extra content and things like that. So make sure y'all get over to rumble.com so that you can participate in the chat, because basically once I start the reviewing the content and doing the completely uncensored, I'm going to end the live stream to YouTube. So you'll have to be on Rumble in order to, continue to participate in the watch parties. And hopefully, possibly, if not tomorrow, then probably Wednesday is when we'll do the oh, I'm so tired. It just left my brain. When we will do the watch party. All right. And then thank you again to those that have been supporting, signing and sharing my Stop YouTube Global Cyberbullying and Gang Stalking Take Action Now petition. Y'all make sure to sign and share the petition. And if you'd like to share, scroll to the bottom, scan the QR code. You can also copy the link and you can share it on email, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever Nextdoor is, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay, what? Can you get off my screen? I'm like, what the fuck is that? All right, so yeah, this is, what website is this? GT Seeking True. Apparently they have a whole bunch of pop-ups on here. But basically, this is the article I found confirming the video that I saw on Instagram. So the video that I saw on Instagram, do I have it pulled up here? I should have it pulled up already. Really? Okay. The retrograde is quite getting annoying. Okay. So like I said, I had to screen record it and then upload it so I could share it. But this was on Ramir's Instagram. So if you guys remember, Ramir is the guy that alleged that he is Jay-Z's son. Really, StreamYard, y'all want to already start with stopping the audio? Please kiss my black ass with your tongue out and tell me how the fuck it tastes. All I'm going to do is stop sharing and reshare. Like, what the fuck? Thank you so much, Cody. Good to see you. Andrew's in the building. Good to see you. Thank you, Cody, for holding it down. Appreciate it. We got Neptune in the building. All three of my good brothers in the building. Good to see you. Cody said, that's not the first person that has said exactly that. I came across a young man that alleges the same happened to me when he was promised a modeling career. Okay. She casts a glamour spell over us, but it can only last so long with people like me and you, fam. We have gifts and abilities. Exactly. Like, people can do witchcraft. I just need y'all to understand. Like, and you know that she said on 2 Weeks channel that she admitted that she was a witch. And here's the thing. People call me a witch. I'm not offended by that. If people want to call me a witch, that's okay. I refer to myself as a high vibrational high priestess and spiritualist, but a lot of my spiritual gifts that I was born with, a lot of people consider that to be witchcraft because they've been conditioned by the fallacy of religion. The reality is, if you are born with spiritual gifts, whether somebody wants to refer to you as a witch or not, whatever gifts you are given, you're supposed to use them for good, but unfortunately a lot of people use them for the dark. So what I do, I reverse negative energy back to people. I call upon my angels, ancestors, spirit guides, angels of light and dark, and demons to defend me when people think they're going to spiritually attack me. But what I don't do is I don't go out of my way to send hexes and curses to people, because what people need to understand is that whenever you take up a position of opposition against one of God's, especially high-ranking chosen ones, you already attract a curse to yourself. That's how generational curses start, actually. You attract that curse to yourself and your lineage. So when it comes to people, like for instance, Beyonce. The reason I refuse to go to Beyonce concert is because I know for a fact she's doing dark spell work. As a spiritualist, I can feel and see the energy and the demons on her. A lot of people will use those gifts to do dark things, and they will use music to do those things as well. So once you realize, okay, this person low-key had us all bewitched, had us all believing, very good at storytelling, very good at theatrics, but not good at producing, not nan receipt. That's when you got to start questioning shit. And for those, like when fake ass Archangel Michael brought his bitch ass in the chat, on that bullshit, talking about anger. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Let me tell you something. I was researching Jaguar even when we were aligned. I'm a Scorpio. I don't ever show my hand, and I'm always 10 steps ahead of everybody. The minute she started acting funny, I started researching her. When she said that bullshit with Grace about how I was pretending to talk to her son, how the fuck I'm gonna pretend to talk to your dead son that I didn't know shit about? And shit, you confirmed, that's still on the live on my channel, that's public, things that he told me that I couldn't possibly know. Because he channeled me and came into my room, which you and Grace both admitted that you saw. So it's things like that. That's the reason that I do what I do as a spiritualist. I don't fuck with the bullshit. Ain't nobody no fake ass psychic, but probably you and Grace. Everything I have predicted, everything that I've seen has happened in real time. Even in my consultations. In fact, consultation that I had recently, I told my client that I gave them 2 specific dates. And I said, one of these dates, there's going to be an opportunity. The other date, there's going to be an ending. He confirmed immediately, yup, on that date, I got an offer. And on this date, this situation ended. So when it comes down to it, like I said, people being like, oh, that's witchcraft, she's a witch. That don't bother me, baby. If you want to call me that, that's cool. What I know about Jaguar is that on 2 Weeks channel, they asked her, how do you know that Beyonce is a dark witch? She said, because it takes one to know one, and ended the live immediately. I'll never forget that shit because I was in the live. And the chat just went crazy. Oh my God, see, she's admitted she's a witch. And she also referred to the Bible as that book. So my goal has nothing to do with anger. It has everything to do with exposing the truth and the fucking lies. Because how many of us have been supporting you for years? I know I was supporting you since 2018. And Giovanni allegedly died, but I'm starting to believe he was sacrificed in 2018. And then you also claim that you went to Epstein Island and rescued women. You ain't never produced no evidence of that ever. No victims, no none of that. You went on Piers Morgan and said you had 3 victims, 3 witnesses that were ready to testify right now against Jay-Z and Beyonce. And again, everybody would always ask, how does she know all this stuff? How does she know all these people's business? Well, if a person was there with the people, allegedly, of course that's how the fuck they know all the damn business. You're not that much of a gossip columnist where you just heard all of this shit and you just saying it. That's why we're going to revisit the voicemails with Goomba, because that's not AI. That was shit you said to your ex-husband about his mom and his girlfriend and her kids, threatening for them to get raped and killed. But then you want to be on the blue couch and other places talking about you a truth teller. No, according to what I am seeing and have experienced with you, you are a fucking liar. And you definitely lied on me. Good to see you. There's a movie that came out in 2021 and it's called The Pizzagate Massacre. Yes, please send that to me because I can include that in the watch party this week. Good to see you, Gemini Ant. Good to see you. That's normal. Again, retrograde. That's why her stampede happened on her tour. This is a bad pattern with the music industry. Astro World, Diddy's college tragedy, and probably more. Exactly. Every time Beyonce, has a major concert, it's some bullshit. A stampede happened because a little girl screamed about a bee. Really? Really? The dumbest story I ever fucking heard. A little girl screams and all of a sudden there's stampede. Diddy does the college basketball event with Heavy D and people die and then all of a sudden he becomes famous. There is something to the satanic ritual sacrifices that lead to wealth and fame. And when it comes to Jaguar, yes, Giovanni died in 2018, but you went viral talking about Giovanni shortly following the Piers Morgan interview. So I'm going to do some comparison on dates in the satanic ritual calendar like I always do. And hey, we're going to see what happens. Yep. And when she would do her lives from her bath, which she did all the time, she has the candles arranged very specifically in an inverted pentagram. Wow, fam. Are you for real? I didn't know that. I never paid attention to that. Will you show me that? Like if you find, because I'm not finna go look at her channel. Find a video and show me, like do a screenshot. And then I can take the draw tool and actually draw the pentagram. Because, bruh, if you really saw that, then that would prove what I'm saying about the witchcraft shit. Because again, there's a difference between having spiritual gifts and actually actively practicing witchcraft, which you and Grace been doing a long time. That's why the fuck she couldn't get them demons to stop fucking you up in your sleep and you had to keep calling me every night. Exactly. Cruelty free my motherfucking ass. Yes, please find it so I can see it because I would love to see that. All right, so let me switch my banner to a copyright disclaimer. All video content that we are reviewing tonight is for the purposes of investigative research, education, entertainment, and getting down to the facts. So again, this is a raw screen recording from the Ramir is Here Instagram page, the Ramir guy that alleged that that Jay-Z was his father. And he also, before his mom passed away and after his mom passed away, he took his claims to court. Jay-Z refused to do the paternity test, which that was extremely telling to everybody. And then after a while, got the case dismissed with prejudice, which meant that he can't bring it back to court. Now, what Ramir is working to prove now is that Jay-Z committed statutory rape and sex trafficking with his mom because allegedly he had sex with Ramir's mom when she was only 16 and was transporting her back and forth between Philly and New York, allegedly, and also other states. So I don't blame this young man for continuing to expose Jay-Z, because he needs to be exposed. So this video clip is about 6 minutes, 27 seconds. And again, this is the article I found, just because y'all know I don't just believe everything I go and research before I bring it to y'all and then show it to you. So yeah, Epstein victim testifies. Jay-Z runs African child safaris for elite VIPs. It says powerful. Can we get this off the screen? That's so damn annoying. I don't know who the fuck coded this website, but that's pretty fucking terrible UX right there. And then why do they have the antiquated hangover? Like, okay, so for those who don't code, this up here is called a hangover. And when you scroll, it stays on the screen. It's very distracting, and that's just stupid. I'm sorry, but it is. It says powerful organizations and institutions are actively attempting to censor. Okay, we don't care about Gazette.com. But yes, it says Epstein victim. Jay-Z hunted African kids. Now, pause. Y'all remember when I told you Jaguar and I would talk offline quite a bit? And that day she called me trying to basically, you know, do the fear mongering about Jay-Z and Danny Robertson. She swears up and down that Danny Robertson works for Jay-Z and that Danny Robertson was going to stalk me, find me, and have me in a shipping container. And then said Jay-Z is hunting truth tellers, D. He's hunting spiritualists like you. And I was like, are you being serious or are you joking? She's like, no, I'm being serious. Like, he's hunting people that are out exposing the satanic agenda. She's like, so you need to be careful. Now, keep in mind, that was not too long after I started bringing the satanic ritual calendar up on panel, that she started warning me about how Jay-Z was going to come for me and how he's hunting truth tellers and he's hunting spiritualists and, you know, they're going to come kill you and all this other shit, even though I'm still here living and still speaking my goddamn truth. He says there's a very huge difference between light and dark witches. Exactly. Because light working witches use their powers and their gifts for good to help people heal. Dark witches use their powers and call upon dark deities and, you know, get tattoos like Baphomet, Jaguar, and do other shit that tie their souls to those low vibrational deities, specifically the ones that require child sacrifice. I noticed things most people don't think is part of being on the spectrum. True. That's when she emphasized hunting people like you over and over, and you called me and was like, what the fuck? Exactly, because I was like, bro, we were aligned then. That was in what? Fucking, I left that house in February. Or was it January? No, it was February is when I left. She said that just a little over a year ago, she called me in a panic talking about, you need to stop, you need to be careful about, you know, your surroundings and don't be showing your, you know, all this shit when I went to that Airbnb. And then was like, and you know, Jay-Z, he's out to hunt, he's out to kill. She's like, he's hunting. Like she said it 3 times. He's hunting. He's hunting truth tellers, D. He's hunting spiritualists like you. And, you know, he's going to try to come for you because you're supporting me. And him and Danny Robertson, they're out to kill all the truth tellers. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Even though we were aligned, I still was like, what the fuck? So my thing is this. I'm not afraid of this ugly ass Joe Camel meets Donkey Kong looking motherfucker. I'm really not with them ugly ass Temu ass dreads. Ain't nobody finna be scared of a motherfucker that wears dreads that whether he got them shits off of goddamn Temu. Plus you're almost 60 years old. Plus you are of the devil. I am of the most high God. You will die literally trying to hurt me. My ancestors will fuck you up. It won't be me. because I'm not condoning violence. But what they will do, they will stop your heart, they will stop your life before you ever think you finna come for me. That don't just go for Jay-Z, that goes for all of y'all that think you finna stop me from speaking my truth and exposing this shit. It ain't gonna happen. You know how many funerals and accidents and explosions I've seen of people thinking they finna come for me? It ain't gonna happen, baby. Weapons can form, they will never prosper. And this motherfucker here, he's finna end up in jail. And him and Diddy are gonna die in jail. And I seen people getting shanked and all types of shit. So not anybody scared of y'all at all. I'm covered by the Most High God and all of my angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and ascended masters. What did fucking Zero say? Think I'm lying, bitch? Try me, ho. Shout out to Zero, legendary Screwed Up Click. Shout out to Little Flip, the Freestyle King, and all of Clover G Records. Shout out to DJ Screw. Shout out to Above Entertainment and Loud Music. Anybody giving a fuck about you, Jay-Z, with your old motherfucking ass? At all. If you are watching, nigga, fuck you. Now, with that being said, bombshell footage has surfaced from Africa where Jay-Z has been accused of running child safaris for Jeffrey Epstein's VIP associates and the global elite. According to Epstein victims, Jay-Z operated as a recruiter and kidnapper in chief. God damn. Now that's a new term right there. Kidnapper in chief is some wild shit. He said, yeah, because we all had a happy life celebrating you getting out of that living situation. I was like, you never once showed any street signs, any addresses. You were very careful in not showing much, because I'm not a fucking idiot like she tried to make it seem. Talking about, you know, why would you show your surroundings? Bitch, let him up. Let me tell you something. One thing I don't do is operate from a vibration of fear. Let a motherfucker think they gonna pull up and see if they don't goddamn die on the way here. Y'all think it's a game? You think my ancestors won't fuck up your car? You think they won't cause you to crash into an accident? But you think you finna come for me? Not gonna happen. Then this shit, this fear mongering shit. You know, you need to be careful and you need to do this. You need to go get some help, ma'am. Because I don't live on the vibration of fear nor paranoia. And I'm going to speak my truth because that's what God told me to do. Period. Jay-Z's just a man. Y'all worship this motherfucker like he's a god. That's the problem. And Beyonce. Literally doing Beyonce masses at fucking churches. That is idolatry. So I don't give a damn about what none of y'all think. And I don't give a fuck about the music industry either. I'm an artist. I love to sing and I'm gonna sing. But I'm not trying to be a part of this bullshit. That's why I'm exposing it. Straight up. Now, back to what I was saying. Because I want to put that out there because, you know, people be saying shit. Look, when she was on panel, she would be talking directly to Jay-Z. So, sir, Mr. Carter, if you watching, hello, ain't nobody scared of you. What you might want to do, sir, is take accountability for the shit you've done. You might want to confess, because if you don't, shit's about to get real bad. You got the Rock Nation case against you, criminal case of RICO, criminal case of money laundering. You've got the Cash App case, criminal case, international RICO, money laundering and terrorism. Sir, you finna go to jail for that alone, and this shit too. Anybody scared of you? Scared of who? You finna be locked up, my nigga. And so is your mail order bride, Miss Beyonce. And her mom, who I really believe was a reptilian, I seen her funeral, and I'm gonna leave it at that. According to Epstein victims, Jay-Z operated as a recruiter and kidnapper in chief for Epstein over the course of 2 decades. 2 decades. But you don't know Epstein and you don't know Diddy? Lying motherfucker. A period in which he may be responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of children in Africa, most of whom were never seen Wait, most of whom were never again seen alive. Pause. Let me show y'all something right quick. Let me toggle over. Let me get the comment off the screen. Oh, you done brought your ass back. Archangel Michael, why do you keep coming over here in my chat if you know that I don't fuck with Jaguar? I really am trying to understand, what is your objective? What is your objective? Because Jaguar, you don't need to send them. You can pop in the chat yourself. You're not blocked. You or Odell. I don't know why you're here, but I tell you what, if you're causing a distraction, I will ban you from my chat myself. Because I really don't know why the fuck you keep popping up. Like, I don't fuck with people that support Jaguar. It ain't no you support her and me. I don't fuck with her. I'm doing a full-on investigation about her. Yes, we were once aligned. Yes, I hope she heals. Then I hope she gets herself right with God. That's as far as that shit's gonna go. I don't know why the fuck you keep coming over here. So if you're not, like, I don't feel like you genuinely support me because you support her. If she's sending you, Jaguar, I know you watching. Pop your ass in the chat. Stop sending these motherfuckers over here to be a distraction. Because all I'm going to do is goddamn block them. That's it. Now, Oprah. This is why I believe there's a lot of truth to this shit about the safari with Oprah, Jay-Z, Weinstein, Jaguar, and Diddy and Epstein. Do not give this fool no energy. Do not give him no energy, Cody. We already know what it is. We know anytime I'm speaking on Jaguar, he pop his ass in the chat. You don't pop up no other live except for that one. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're over here to cause a distraction, don't come over here. Because every time you do, I'm going to put your ass on blast. See, I allowed you to be in the chat because initially you came over here very respectful. And I know at one point we were all aligned, but we're not. We're not. We never will be. And when you brought your ass in the chat last time, you was talking about hello from Nick. And it will forever be fuck Nick. Period. See, I'm going to address this real quick. I'm not the kind of Scorpio that is going to be angry and hold grudges. I am the kind of Scorpio that once you betray me, I will never forget that shit. I will never trust you again. I will never fuck with you again. I will never embrace you again. Does that mean I hate you? No, I hate the shit y'all did. And you were there on February 9, 2025. When Jaguar sat her bitch ass on her platform and humiliated me and did a whole ritual and lied and slandered and defamed me and made fun of my miscarriages, made fun of my medical condition that I still need surgery for, talked shit about my mom, did all types of bullshit, all behind her claiming that she wanted me and Grace to interpret her dream that she had about Giovanni. That's the other reason I'm investigating about her allegedly sacrificing Giovanni. Because that's when shit went left for her because she was in the dark. All I did was support Jaguar. I don't hate her. I hate what she did. But what she did is done. Now I'm investigating her because I don't believe that she's the person that I thought she was. Period. I don't. There's too much shit going on. She's connected to too many of the wrong people to be a truth teller and to be somebody who's an advocate, because you don't behave at all like a fucking advocate, Jaguar. I know your ass is watching right now. That's why his motherfucking ass is in the chat. What you need to do is woman up. Stop sending people to email me. Stop sending people to my Instagram. Stop sending your trolls and your Jaguar Wright garbage pail members and all the real rejects of YouTube. Woman up and face me yourself. That's exactly why I haven't blocked you. Because I've been waiting on you to bring your ass back because I keep seeing you do that shit. I keep having premonitions of you doing that shit. But stop bringing these stupid motherfuckers over here in my chat. Because every time y'all come over here, I'm going to put your ass on blast. Every time. If you don't support me, get the fuck out of my chat. Period. Talking about an archangel. You ain't no fucking archangel over here causing confusion. Get your ass out my chat and don't ever bring Nick up to me again. Because until Nick brings her bitch ass over here and explain to me why the fuck she went to Maggie's fat ass channel and was talking shit and lying on me, I don't want to hear shit Nick got to say. That's why the fuck I blocked her last year. Then she recorded my vocals without my permission and produced music on her channel that she's getting sued for. She produced content to defame and slander me, which I don't give a damn. All the actions were behind Jaguar, the one person I supported the most. Believing she was a truth teller, believing we had a sisterhood, she turned out to be full of shit, like everybody else said. But y'all coming over here with this two-faced ass energy, ain't no fucking way you gonna say you support me and support her and witness that bullshit. You full of shit. Anyone who witnessed the shit she did and still supports her, fuck all of y'all. I said what the fuck I said. And I'm not taking shit back. I'm really getting fucking tired of it. I've been trying to be nice. I'm done being the fuck nice. Called you a hemophiliac and country dumb and so much horrible shit. How can anyone stand behind that and call themselves of God? Thank you. That's the shit I'm talking about. Y'all so goddamn full of shit. Everybody coming back now because motherfuckers is getting their goddamn karma. Because the shit I told y'all was going to happen is happening. And guess what, Nick? You about to die next. Let me just go on and just put it out there. You the next death. You the next motherfucking funeral that I seen. You, Grace, Maggie's finna get hit with death. And death don't always come for the person. It will come for the people connected to you. Grace, that little nigga you was using to try to channel me, that little boy you was using as a psychic medium in the living room when I seen you in the living room with Jaguar, I don't even think you realize that you attracted death to that young man. Do you know I've been praying for that young man even though you used him against me because he's an innocent child? Y'all fucking with the wrong one. I know a whole lot I haven't said. And I've seen a whole lot that's about to happen. Everything I've told y'all I've seen has already manifested. Rest in peace to Murph, but he should have been the first example of not to fuck with D. Because he was doing all that bullshit under the leadership of Jaguar, calling me a fake psychic, calling me a scammer and all this shit. When Jaguar, you did fundraisers with Legina Gold, you did fundraisers with Goomba, you did fundraisers with Adria English. Adria English said that you and Natanya put her up to that and that y'all shared the profits. Y'all did a private fundraiser for Bliss Forever that I didn't even fucking know about. You sent that bitch to my channel with that sob story about how her and her son lost everything in the California fires. We all donated to her believing her bullshit, and y'all motherfuckers have the audacity to come together and plan that shit, and you think I'm gonna forget that shit? Y'all can kiss my black ass. With your tongue out and tell me how the fuck it tastes. I don't forget shit. I might forgive you, but I will never forget that shit. Because you will never know the amount of pain that shit caused. It wasn't just you. It was all these motherfuckers that I constantly supported. How many times did I show Nick's channel on my goddamn channel? You're not even a content creator. Use AI apps to create content because you have no skill set. Everything on my channel is editing. Audio, visual editing that I've done. Not AI. So no, it ain't finna be no kumbaya, we're gonna get back together. Y'all can kiss my black ass with your tongue out and tell me how the fuck it tastes. There will be no reconnecting here. I don't care how much I will continue to pray for your healing because that's what I'm supposed to do. But we will not be reconnected. We are not family. All of y'all motherfuckers. Nick, Mountain Goat Productions, Plotter, Dragon X, Ralph Calderon, aka RC117, Merv, Grace, and Jaguar. I have all the receipts. I've shown y'all the receipts of all the conversations these motherfuckers was having months before February 9th. Months when I was giving you nothing but support on and offline. So fuck all of y'all thinking you finna come back. No, all of y'all finna catch that spiritual fade. Every single one of y'all getting your karma, you deserve it. So just stop with the bullshit. I'm not fake, and I'm not going to tolerate no fake shit on my goddamn channel. If you don't support me, get the fuck out my chat. Period. I said what I said, and I mean what the fuck I say, and I'm not playing. Now, back to the subject at hand. Back to the subject at hand, because we ain't finna be doing this bullshit. Y'all not finna disrupt my life. Get the fuck out my goddamn chat and kiss my black ass. Don't forget, Nick was the group that could... Exactly. Yeah. What did Murph say? I'm gonna burn D. I'm gonna watch her burn. Who the fuck is dead right now? Lied, said I was getting paid by Danny Robertson. I don't even know this motherfucker. I don't even know if Danny Robertson is male or female. Ain't never seen they fucking face. Far as I know, Danny Robertson's AI. All this shit, making up all these fucking lies, when all I did was support all of y'all, prayed for all of y'all, genuinely. Didn't have to support none of y'all, didn't have to share your content, didn't have to publicly, market your pages, your channels, none of that shit. I didn't have to do none of that shit. And quite honestly, y'all did not deserve my loyalty. That's why God did what God did to make sure I could see who the fuck I need to see. I prayed in December. I said, Lord, show me if these people that are coming to my platform are really for me. I even did a reading with my homegirl. I said, these new people that are calling me family, are they loyal? Because you seem like you loyal, but there's something here. Well, there's a little bit of jealousy and envy and a whole bunch of bullshit. Because maybe, just maybe, Jaguar, you felt intimidated that somebody newer, younger, more talented, better looking, and more talented came on the scene, and maybe yo old used to be known, felt a little threatened by that. Maybe you felt a little threatened when Odell reached out to me and asked me to do music with you. Again, I didn't ask. I was asked. Just like you came to my channel. You came over here and got healing. You called me late at night. You would call me after my lives, knowing I was tired. Talking about Odell. Talking about Tickle Bitty's A2 titties. Talking about No Nuts. Talking about all these crazy other content creators that don't do shit but just drag you for filth. I'm investigating you because I don't believe you. Period. I'm investigating you because you betrayed me and showed me a whole different side to you. Now I don't believe any of the shit you said before. But sending your bitch ass minions over here ain't finna be no kumbaya. You had Odell to email me after you did the bullshit in February. Talking about he wanted us to have a conversation. Ain't shit to talk about. Y'all want to talk to me? Bring your bitch ass over here in my chat and we can talk online, live, not private, because you like to record conversations without people's permission. Then you had Ayashi to reach out talking about a fucking town hall. Didn't want to attend that. Then you keep sending your trolls over here. Notice, I don't send nobody from my channel to your shit because we don't fucking care. I don't care. Some of them care about the shit you saying. I don't give a fuck. The only thing I give a fuck about is you plagiarizing my content on real life street stars. I do care about that because y'all owe me some money. They owe me some money and you owe me some money. Because you took my content and claimed it as yours on their platform. And I know they're monetized. Outside of that, I don't give a fuck. My goal with everybody on this planet is to pray for their healing. Now, whether you choose healing is up to you. That does not mean we're going to reconnect and be family again. We stopped being family last year. Now you're being investigated. And I think If I wasn't hitting the nail on the head, you wouldn't keep sending your fucking trolls over to my chat. So now, don't come over here with that kumbaya shit. Talking about Nick says hi. Nick can eat a dick and choke on that motherfucker for all I give a goddamn. And I would tell that bitch that shit to her face. Because that pain of betrayal is why the fuck I will never fuck with y'all ever again in life. Period. Never again. Oh, I'm going to keep speaking on things. Now, see, the Blue Couch, the invitation to go and perform is for music. It's not for an interview. Because that's a concert that they're having in April. I'm going to speak my truth. And when it does come time for me to speak on the Blue Couch, I'm going to ask them directly to their face, why the fuck y'all let this bitch plagiarize my content? Because I emailed you 2 months ago and told you about it. So y'all owe me some money. For every video where she showed screenshots from my research, for every video where she regurgitated my actual research and my content, y'all owe me whatever percentage of the monetization that you got paid for those videos. Straight up. The Ada BS, and you were like, exactly. That was what started the whole shit. She got mad at me because I didn't give a fuck about the Ada. Who the fuck is Ada? I still don't know who the fuck Ada is. I still don't know who the fuck this motherfucker is. You had a fundraiser for her. You had a fundraiser for Bliss. You and Natanya did a fundraiser for Adria. Adria said that after the fundraiser, Natanya called her and was like, oh my God, it went so well. And she alleged that you and Natanya split the money with her. And I was in that live. We were in that live. So it's the audacity for you to lie and call me a scammer when I haven't ever scammed nobody. And then to send your stupid ass, bitch ass Garbage Pail members over here like Auntie Leah with her fake ass, like Nick Mountain Goat Productions, all the other ones that lied and tried to say shit, and then PayPal was like, yeah, we ruled in your favor because we could see that they were lying. At the end of the day, all the shit y'all did, and think about it, you gotta be a powerful motherfucker for whole groups of people to come together to try to stop you, and y'all still didn't do it. I'm still here. So all of y'all getting y'all karma, don't bring your bitch ass back over here to my channel. Everything that's happening to you, you attracted it and you deserve it. Period. I'm so sick and tired of y'all stupid fucking bullshit, I swear to God. Exactly. She stopped taking credit for these deep dives in research. How the fuck you gonna take screenshots from my live? And not only over the Real Life Street Stars. Several platforms. Especially during the Angie Stone investigation. I've seen at least 10 different videos of 10 different content creators where the screenshots from my live, Jaguar literally was reproducing on these channels, claiming it as her research. I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's on my channel still for the whole world to see. That's why the fuck Odell and them tried to strike my channel and tried to get me to take down all the content from when we were aligned. Oh, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Because the whole world's going to see how much supported this motherfucker. And they're going to see that the content that she's claiming is hers is on my channel with the dates and timestamps. Which is what I emailed to Real Life Street Stars back in January. When y'all told me about it. Because I don't even watch their channel no more. I'm going to be honest. The first time I've been over there was because of me seeing the post on Flip's Instagram. Of him being over there on the Blue Couch. And I support Flip. Outside of that, I don't watch their channel. When I stop fucking with Jaguar, I stop fucking with them. I'm a Scorpio. When I stop fucking with you, I stop fucking with everybody connected to you. I don't deal with none of y'all. So ain't nobody gotta wonder or be talking about, oh, D, nah, fuck that. D don't want to be realigned with that motherfucker or nobody connected to her. And don't y'all bring y'all bitch ass in my chat being a goddamn distraction, because I'm gonna call you out and I'm gonna cuss you out. and you keep doing that shit, I'm gonna block your ass. The only reason I haven't blocked Archangel Michael because I want people to see how fucking psycho this motherfucker is. Keep bringing his ass over here. You are not going to say you support me and you support her after witnessing that bullshit. And it wasn't just February 9th. It went on for weeks. Literally for the entire rest of the month. Going off into March. And continued. Her and Maggie and Grace and Murph kept doing lives. Dragging me for filth. When I wasn't even talking about the shit. After I had addressed it and moved on. So no, don't think because it's a year later, oh, we finna kumbaya and all is good. Oh no, I remember that shit. One thing a Scorpio is gonna do is remember the shit you did and remember how the fuck you made them feel, and we will never give you access or allow you close to us to ever be able to do that shit again. Folks be like, oh, y'all hold a grudge. No, we protect our energy, and we know that when a motherfucker's full of shit, you don't get to have access to us no more. Like, period. You told me before February 9th that you were gonna fall back from her, and I agreed, and she targeted you when she knew you were beyond sleep deprived. She is the big girl on the playground, taking it out. Exactly. I was tired as hell. I had been up all fucking night. I had moved that day, hadn't had no fucking sleep. I even told her offline, because again, we always talked offline. I even told her like, yo sis, I'm tired, I'm falling asleep. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay for this live. Like, I've been up on my own live and I need to get some rest. Well, it's not going to take that long. And then when I fall asleep, all of a sudden you yelling and screaming and going off on me about Murph. About my channel. Like I'm your child. Now, you might be strapping Odell up the ass with a dildo, allegedly. You might be strapping other niggas. You might be dominating them. You ain't ever finna control me. One thing a Scorpio is never going to let you do is control them. If we give you any ounce of control, it's because we gave it to you. But all this bitch ass shit, your little minions and shit coming over here, don't nobody from my channel come and troll your chats. Because we don't fucking care. I don't send them to your channel to go do the shit you send these stupid ass motherfuckers over here to do. So like I said, woman the fuck up. You want to talk, you got something to say, bring your ass to my channel live, not privately, and we can have a conversation right here. Until then, leave me the fuck alone, because I'm not going to stop investigating you until I get all of my goddamn answers and until the truth is brought to light, period. He said, Ada, as a person, she made up to manipulate you. I'm serious. So people be like, no, Ada was real. I ain't seen no evidence of that person being a real person. And the whole, well, everything's about Ada. And I'm thinking like, okay, first of all, who the fuck is Ada? And why is everything about this person that I don't even know exists? Going through a crisis. Yes, I learned my lesson. Never, ever, 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 ever allow an Airbnb host to give you a discount and tell them to pay you outside of that platform, because they will shit on you when they're struggling. That motherfucker lost his job, started charging all of us way more money than what the fuck we had agreed to. People was moving out. Other folks was like, no, I'm not finna pay that shit. I told him, said, no, I'm not finna pay that shit. I still don't know how the fuck this nigga did this shit, because we didn't have no lease. Everything was oral, and we had talked about it in person, what I was going to pay him. And I said, well, no, I'm not finna be paying you all that, because if that's the case, I may as well have just stayed paying you through Airbnb. He filed a civil eviction. I paid for the appeal. They wanted $750 for the second half of the appeal. I wasn't able to come up with the money by the due date. He got a default judgment, period. Not ashamed of that at all. Because again, I've been hospitalized. I've been in and out the hospital for this colorectal condition that I'm speaking healing over. So any struggle I've gone through and are temporarily going through is because of the health conditions that I need treatment for. Not because I'm an alcoholic Jaguar, always with a goddamn red Solo cup. You forever got a red Solo cup. You forever on the blue couch and other platforms, drunk out your ass and allegedly high out your ass and not off of weed. So it's real crazy the shit you said and did and pulled at a time when you knew I was going through that shit. You knew I was going through that shit. You and Odell knew because y'all was the first two I called. And y'all didn't offer any fucking help. The only help you offered, let me stop sharing screens so y'all can see my goddamn face. The only help you offered was that bitch ass safe house that I later found out was Yellow Beezy's house, who just went to jail. And he was accused of trafficking women and abusing women. You try to send me there to get trafficked, allegedly, knowing I was going through that housing situation. D, you know, you can go stay there. You won't have to pay no rent, but they're going to take your phone. So you won't be able to call anybody or be on social media, and you won't be able to order anything because nobody can know that you're living there, and they'll feed you, and they'll, you know, you'll be in a house full of mercenaries, so you won't have to worry about nobody doing you harm. And I'm thinking, like, this is your solution to me telling you what this bitch ass nigga is doing? A safe house that sounds like a prison for women to get trafficked? That sounds exactly like the shit you see in the movie Taken? That was your solution. Not, let's do a fundraiser for D. In fact, you said you were going to, well, me and Natanya Rubin, we could do a fundraiser for you. That never happened. Then y'all suggested that me, you, and Natanya do a concert fundraiser and people can pay for the tickets virtual. That never happened. But guess what did happen that week? The secret fundraiser that you and Natanya Rubin did for Bliss Forever on Natanya Rubin's channel that I didn't even fucking know about until Natanya's mods emailed me and told me. And then said, oh, well, you know, it wasn't necessarily a guarantee about the concert, D. Y'all didn't do shit to raise no funds to help me. And then did that whole public humiliation ritual bullshit, lied, slander, and defame me. Made fun of my miscarriages when you've lost children. And you think I'm going to forget that shit? All of y'all got me fucked up. And just because I'm high vibrational don't mean I'm stupid or weak. Never, ever, ever take my kindness for weakness. As much as I'm love and light, I'm death and demons too, motherfucker. I'm a Scorpio. We are the sign of transformation, death, and rebirth. Don't ever think you gonna shit on me and get away with that shit. Because my ancestors, they coming for your motherfucking ass. And Nick, if I was you, I would get your last living will and all of that shit in order. Because I seen your funeral 3 times. And 3 times is confirmation. And when I say I seen your funeral, I'm in the spiritual realm. I seen your funeral 3 times. You the next one that's about to die. I deep dive trying to find Ada. And each time Ada would be spotted, she was a different race each time. First she was Hispanic, then she was black, then she was white. Trailer trash song. You know it, Kobe. Your ass is stupid. Not white trailer trash. I'm fucking done. Oh, I'm absolutely 1000% believe she was trying to get me trafficked. That's exactly why I'm doing the investigation I'm doing now. Talking about you a truth teller, but you damn near allegedly try to traffic me. The fuck out of here. What I never understood was Odell was in your chat telling Bliss Forever to reach out because he had connections with housing facilities, but that was never offered by him to you. Actually, it was, and he never followed through on it. He said that he knew people in Houston that could probably help out and then never ever followed up on it. And then here go Jaguar. Well, why didn't you tell us sooner? Well, 1, I'm Scorpio, I'm private, and I'm used to being independent. 2, I did tell you in advance, and neither one of y'all responded. But you had the time to go over to Natanya's channel and do a fundraiser. So what's really up with you and Natanya and all these fucking fundraisers? First it was Adria English. Then she goes over to the sausage party, whatever the fuck that guy's name, face was. And was talking, she was talking cash money shit about y'all 6 days after y'all did that fundraiser for her. And she made thousands of dollars. Everybody was donating. Then she came and said that Natanya set the whole thing up, that Natanya allegedly called her and was like, oh my God, it worked. How much money did you make? And that her and Jaguar and Natanya, they were all allegedly splitting the money. Then she said that Jaguar called her and said, let's be enemies online but friends in real life for the clout so we can make money. So again, these are things that are observations of your character. The way you move with people determines who you are. And if you're not consistent in your energy, if you're not consistent in being authentic, which is clearly something you don't know how to do, then we're going to get different versions of you from everybody. Because with this person, you're this way, and with that person, you're that way, and with that person, you're that way. I'm me all across the board. Take it or leave it, love it or leave it. I'm a Scorpio. Either I all the way fuck with you or I all the way don't. Either you fuck with me or you don't. Ain't no gray area, ain't no straddling the fence, ain't none of that shit. All or nothing. And once you become nothing, you remain nothing. Period. Boy, I'm telling you. No, I know. Right, yeah. She swam across the ocean to Epstein Island to rescue women, but you ain't never been fit enough to even do that, let alone you can't. Again, can you answer, Jaguar, how you found Epstein's address? Who invited you to the island? What chartered plane or helicopter did you take to fly over there to the Virgin Islands? What brand of boat did you rent to rescue the women? And how did you get past their water security? They have like literally water border control. How did you get, like, just stop. I need to play that video tonight. I've got 3 women who have been in the care of me for 6 years, but in that 6-year period, you was locked up in jail for the first half of 2018, and then towards the end of 2018, unfortunately, Giovanni died. Ain't nobody believing that shit. Now, back to this. Where are the girls from your school? Oprah Winfrey faces storms of accusations about controversial South African school amid DNC appearance. Now, in addition to this is not the one I wanted, actually. I wanted the one where, there we go. The former head of the school that got accused of sexually assaulting the young girls. Can this picture get bigger? And these are all the people that she's connected. No, the picture don't get bigger. Okay. Allegedly. Now, in 2007, Oprah Winfrey attends the opening of the South African school she founded in Johannesburg. Pause. Why is a single black female who's not married, who doesn't have kids, starting an all-girls school? This was my first question to myself when I first heard about it. I said, why in the fuck is Oprah starting all-girls schools in Africa? It just sounds weird. You don't live in Africa. It's not like you live there and you're like, oh my God, there's such a need for education here. What is the perfect way to traffic children? Starting a school. Starting school. Because free access to kids. This shit was just as weird to me as single men adopting a bunch of like foster kids and shit. It's weird. Because you don't even like kids. You said you would never have kids. You know, you and Stedman was allegedly going strong, and you and Gail was allegedly bumping pussies. You know, you've been single your whole life, no kids, career driven, and just out the blue, you decided to just start a school. Okay. The talk show host founded a girls' leadership school in South Africa in 2007. Laredo, I can't even pronounce that, so I'm not going to act like I can, was suspended, later fired after student complaints of abuse. Mazamain claimed in lawsuit that Oprah Winfrey has defamed her. The 2 women meet without their lawyers and agreed to settle the lawsuit. That's interesting that they met without lawyers and settled the lawsuit. That's real interesting. Super interesting for someone who's allegedly trying to hide the truth. CNN, a woman-to-woman talk between Oprah Winfrey and former head of her South African girls' school ended with the settlement of a defamation lawsuit against the talk show host, their lawyer said. Mazamain sued Winfrey, contending she defamed Mazamain when talking about the abuse scandal at the school she ran in 2007. The case was set for trial in Philadelphia starting March 29th. The two parties met women. Okay, why are they repeating that? It says the attorney said in a joint statement Tuesday, Mazamain was immediately suspended and later fired after several students at Winfrey's South African Leadership Academy complained about abuse. A dorm mother was later charged with abusing and assaulting students. The lawsuit contended that Winfrey's statements at a private meeting with parents, which later became public, and at a news conference defamed the head mistress. Pause. I love this terminology, head mistress. In the BDSM world, that's a title for a dom. Female dom. Mistress, head mistress. Again, just kind of showing you roles that this woman could have allegedly played with Oprah. Defamed the head mistress by implying she knew of the abuse and covered it up. Mazamain said the abuse complaints were never brought to her and that Winfrey never let her explain. Ms. Winfrey testified in her deposition that she did not intend the implications placed on her words by the plaintiff. The joint statement said Ms. Mazamain testified in her disposition that she has no evidence that Ms. Winfrey knowingly made a false statement about her or entertained serious doubt about the truth of what she said. U.S. District Judge Eduardo Rebrano ruled a week ago that Winfrey's comments could potentially be interpreted by a jury to be defamatory. The decision cleared the path for a trial. The suit quoted Winfrey telling parents that any person that has caused harm to students would be let go. In the next sentence, Winfrey said she fired Mazamain because she had lost confidence in her ability to run the school. Sounds like y'all probably Mazamain might have had some dirt or some evidence about Oprah allegedly abusing them kids, and that's why she settled the damn case out of court, or not out of court, but settled the case without attorneys being involved. Winfrey also told the parents that when students brought their complaints to the head mistress, she had not taken them seriously. Wow, so you're blaming the chick? This is some bullshit, bro. The suit said one Winfrey quote cited suggested Mazamain, a native of the African kingdom of Lesotho, did not have a high enough level of care for the students. It was my intention by putting somebody in charge who was African and was female. I believe that she would care as much for these girls as I do myself. I'm sorry I was let down. Mazamain's suit said the damage to her reputation resulted in her not being able to get another education job for a year. When Winfrey opened the school at the beginning of 2007, she said she hoped it would provide opportunities for girls from poor backgrounds. She personally approved each of the students, many of whom were at the top of their classes. She personally approved each of the students, and they also all came from poor backgrounds. That is the perfect setup for exploiting the young girls' vulnerabilities and allegedly trafficking them and allowing them to be sexually abused. You know what that's also in alignment with? Satanic ritual calendar. Sexual abuse rituals. And they seem to always be young females. So, yeah, ain't nobody believing, Oprah, that you're so innocent. And I'm not going to lie to you. I 1000% believe the allegations here about Jay-Z and Beyonce and Oprah and Epstein and all of them having these child sacrifice safaris over in Africa. Just wanted to show y'all how I'm tying all that in together. Now, again, according to the Epstein victims, Jay-Z operated as a recruiter and kidnapper-in-chief for Epstein over the course of 2 decades, a period in which he may be responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of children in Africa. And again, I just showed you about Oprah's all-girls schools over in Africa, most of whom were never again seen alive. But instead of investigating these serious allegations, mainstream media outlets are circling the wagons, running interference for Jay-Z and Beyonce, burying the stories and doing everything possible to protect the perpetrators, ensuring the multi-billion-dollar global child trafficking industry remains hidden in plain sight. This is also why it's important to me to find out if Jaguar really did allegedly sacrifice her son to Jay-Z. Or for Jay-Z. This also led to the investigation about the trafficking and sexual abuse because of this video. The one where she's leaving the voicemails on Goomba threatening about his mom and Nikki and her kids. See, all of this shit is one and the same, in my opinion. The bomb just dropped. For years, we warned you the global elite and their Hollywood machines aren't just corrupt, they're predators. Child trafficking on an industrial scale, rituals darker than you can stomach, baby eating, blood drinking, blackmail empires built on filmed depravity. That confirms Diddy's videos. Remember how Jaguar said, I should just pull that video up too, how she talked about, you know, her watching people getting traded and bought on the dark net. God damn it. The whole time I didn't press add to stage. My bad, you guys. But talking about how she was watching the videos of people getting shopped on the dark net and it's being used with the dark coin, and she named Nicki Minaj, Drake, and a whole bunch of other celebrities that were allegedly in these videos, which again, if you're monitoring the dark net like some sort of double agent, why the fuck aren't you rescuing the children that are in these videos that are being traded? You talk about Kim Porter's daughters and Kimora Lee allegedly grooming them, but you also claim that you were a very close friend of Kim's. You cried, in fact, on this very platform about how much it hurt you about Albie Shore getting affected by Diddy and ended up, you know, in a coma, and Kim. But if that's the case, why didn't you interfere when you saw that, according to you, in the video that you had on the Blue Couch, you said that Diddy had just sold a $500 million sex tape that allegedly involved minors. Then you said you watched as he dressed his daughters up like prostitutes and traded them as NFTs. If you have all of this knowledge, one, why aren't you being investigated by the FBI? You probably are. Why haven't you been interrogated, and why the fuck are you being allowed to say all this shit just so willy-nilly on the internet? If it's not true, why has not Jay-Z come forward and defended himself like he's vehemently did with all the other allegations? You talk about Ariel Mitchell Kidd being on Jay-Z's payroll, but how do we know you haven't been this entire time? You found my channel. I didn't find you. I followed you on Storm Monroe's. That's where I saw you the most, was on his channel. You came to my chat on October 20th, 2024, and pretended to be so supportive, because I actually was, for real, in real life, supportive of you since 2018. You know, would defend you in the chat, would defend you in the comments, especially about Goomba, especially about Giovanni and, you know, the ashes, how you took Giovanni's ashes and did the dark spell, you know, the witch shit on Goomba and his homeboys at the barbershop. You had defended all of that until I was like, you know what? What if some of these allegations against her are true? And I started researching and found out that some of them were. So it's not far-fetched that you could have been a part of this, allegedly. It's not far-fetched at all, to be honest. Okay. Now, that goes more into the Epstein files. What I want to get right into is this video. Now, again, it's a little over 6 minutes long. It basically... It's the African woman giving her actual testimony. Said all that money making, exactly, and had the audacity to call me and have her minions call me a scam artist, but you're the one doing 50-11 goddamn fundraisers. Oh, let me go ahead and spill this tea too. Since you like to record conversations and play them, Jaguar, play the conversation where you called me in a panic on February 4th, 5th, and 6th, telling me that you were being investigated for grand larceny schemes on YouTube. telling me that that's why Natanya Rubin had backed away from you, because you both were contacted allegedly by the feds claiming that you guys were being investigated, and you specifically. She's like, and D, that involves everybody who supported me in doing fundraisers, like the one you did for Bliss Forever. Wait a minute, what fundraiser? I said, when did y'all do a fundraiser for Bliss Forever? Because y'all said you were going to do a fundraiser for me and didn't do it. That was why you got mad, because I questioned you about that. Well, what happened to the fundraiser that we were supposed to have done to help my situation? That never happened. But now that I look back on that, that was God's protection. Because you can't involve me in any sort of investigation that's happening to you when I had no knowledge of the fundraiser, nor was I invited to the fundraiser that you and Natanya did on Natanya's channel for Bliss Forever. And I was the one that found out Bliss Forever was a scam artist, because something told me when I was reviewing my lives on StreamYard to go on YouTube and look at Bliss Forever's comments, because all of a sudden we didn't hear from her for weeks. And Odell was the one telling me to put Bliss in touch. He's like, make sure she gets in touch with me and Jaguar. And then next thing you know, I found out Bliss Forever changed her YouTube handle, her YouTube thumbnail, and her entire channel. She showed up on StreamYard as one person, but on YouTube as another one. I did a whole live exposing that. And you still had the audacity to send these motherfucking trolls and run around talking about I'm a scam artist and shit, and started that whole bullshit campaign against me. So you motherfucking right. I'm thoroughly investigating you. Thoroughly. And I'm going to connect these dots. And whether you want to accept it or not, your ass is going to jail too. It ain't going to be too much longer that you probably going to be right there with Diddy at MDC. Now, again, this is from the Remir. It's called Remir's here. Instagram, the guy that claimed to be Jay-Z's, love child. And of course, he wants to see Jay-Z be brought down probably more than anybody. And I definitely want to see it. A shout out to Jonathan Hay if you're watching right now. Been praying for you, King, and you're about to get all of your vindication this year, because that motherfucker is getting locked up. All right, y'all let me know if y'all can hear this video okay. If not, what I may have to do is temporarily pause the high frequency background music.
As a newly surfaced footage, an Epstein victim testifies that Jay-Z allegedly ran child safaris in Africa. Fucking hell, for Jeffrey Epstein's VIP associates and the global elite.
I'm a mother, a widow, and a survivor who's dedicated my life to helping other victims here in Nigeria. I speak plainly because the truth can't hide behind fancy words anymore. The American music star everyone treats.
Pause. Can you, if you guys can hear this okay, will you please put a 1 in the chat so I can know if you can hear it okay with the background music? I saw that fundraiser. It was crazy. They were getting tons of money, lots and lots, telling sad stories. Wow. Yeah, that one with Natanya Rubin and Jaguar and Adria English, she got thousands that night. I heard allegedly she made, I think, like 10K that night. Okay, you can hear it okay? Okay, cool. I just want to make for sure.
Treats like a god. Jay-Z, he's no hero. He's a predator. He's been coming to Nigeria for years. First with Jeffrey Epstein on those private jets. Then alone. Then with other celebrities. Actors, singers, billionaires. They don't come for music, charity, or culture. They come to hunt children. Child safaris. Wealthy foreigners pay big money to chase our children through the bush like animals.
She said these people pay big money to these people to hunt children like animals. This is not the first time I've heard this. Hell, I remember when Jaguar and I were still aligned and people were alleging that her and Sean Atwood had those child, what are they called? The child trafficking farms, allegedly, and child breeding farms. And I recently came across quite a few photos from within the Epstein files of empty planes full of babies, like in these travel type bassinets. This is not far-fetched at all that this could be true. And I really do believe that Jaguar could have been involved with this. I really do.
They shoot for fun. When the hunt ends, the real evil starts. Satanic rituals, blood ceremonies, bodies used in...
She said when the hunt starts, they start doing satanic rituals, blood ceremonies. Yeah. Like this. Blood ritual, animal and or human sacrifice and dismemberment. That's starting in January. And it goes on February. Again, Candlemas, the Bodic Goat Festival. Animal and or human sacrifice. On the same day, satanic revels, sexual rituals, that's satanic sexual ritual abuse, oral, anal, vaginal, rape, 7 to 17 female. Again, everything always seems to line up with the activity on the satanic ritual calendar. And it is my opinion that that's the real reason all these motherfuckers have come to my channel and have been sent to my channel. And I'm going to keep exposing it. Especially as my platform continues to grow, I'm going to keep exposing it. You can call it crazy. You can call me a crazy conspiracy theorist like Stone Paxton did. Here's the funny thing is, again, all the shit that y'all call conspiracy is not a theory because it's all being proven this year in 2026, just like I told y'all the fuck it would be last year. Because I'm an actual real psychic and not a fake one.
In depraved ways I can't bring myself to repeat. They celebrate it all, toasting like it's a game. In Nigeria, these men are feared. Their name shuts people up. Politicians take bribes and look away.
Politicians take bribes and look away. For the people that be on Instagram talking about, why does this shit keep happening? That's why. And a lot of times they take the bribes and look away because they're also allegedly involved in the same shit.
Police vanish when the convoys arrive. No one's feared. In ways I can't bring myself to repeat. They celebrate it all. Big money to chase our children through the bush like animals. They shoot for fun. When the hunt ends, the real evil starts. Satanic rituals, blood ceremonies, bodies used.
So she said when the hunt ends, the real rituals start. So after they hunt the children, allegedly, they do these satanic rituals and blood rituals, according to her. And again, she claims to be a survivor of Epstein.
In depraved ways I can't bring myself to repeat. They celebrate it all, toasting like it's a game. In Nigeria, these men are feared. Their name shuts people up. Politicians take bribes and look away. Police vanish when the convoys arrive. No one speaks out openly. I know this because I survived it myself. Years ago, my brother and I were taken by Epstein and his friend Bono during one of their visits here. We were used, abused, and barely escaped with our lives. The trauma never fully leaves, but it turned me into someone who fights back. Now I help other victims. I listen to their stories, connect them to safe places, and keep records of what's happening. My friend's daughter, Temi, she was only 14, doing well at high school, so full of hope.
Okay, I want to make a correction. I thought when I first listened to this that she said it was her daughter, but I just realized she said her friend's daughter basically got caught up and was allegedly a victim too of Epstein.
One evening she didn't come home from school. But now I help other victims. I listen to their stories, connect them to safe places, and keep records of what's happening. My friend's daughter, Temi, she was only 14, doing well at high school, so full of hope. One evening she didn't come home from school. days of agony for her family. Then one morning she was dropped at their gate, alive but shattered, scars on her body, emptiness in her eyes. She described the estates being haunted, the children who didn't survive the rituals. They released her as a warning to increase our fear. They are saying, we can take anyone anytime. Most who are taken never return. They're trafficked out, sold across borders, used for organs or worse.
Sold across borders, used for organs or worse. Okay, give me 1 second.
I got them off of Epstein Island. I cannot say where they are in the world. He was there. They had him in twisty ties too, like they had the kids over there in the Beverly Hills.
I forget about that.
Fuck was you doing there?
He was getting head.
He's a fucking ghoul. Savagery. Evidence that
God.
the nigga that he kept falling apart.
Yeah, lose his fingers.
Yeah, shit. But he was down because he was waiting for his moment. That's Stevie J.
Orlando
She
Brown
look like she high as
said
hell.
Diddy's not going to jail. He said,
I can understand why he would say that.
yeah. Can you break that down a little bit more? Why you think he said
Well,
that?
considering that the is selling his own God evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder.
That is in complete alignment with what this lady is saying about kids getting trafficked and sold globally. Again, I analyze what people say and connect the dots. Now, keep in mind, let's see, wasn't this 2024? Yeah, May of 2024. And we're talking about satanic rituals. Yeah. This is just a few days after the satanic celebration, the grand climax that starts April 26th through May 1st. Demure, oral, anal, vaginal, corpus de bail. That is rape. And they're doing that with bail. Notice look at the victims, ages 1 to 25 female. A 1-year-old. So I look at the dates, because the dates definitely have meaning. And I compare what she's saying out of her mouth to what this African woman is saying, and they're pretty much one and the same. Andrew said, look at all the kids missing up on walls of stores. Notice they're always like young kids under 17. Exactly. Exactly, Andrew. That's what I'm trying to get people to see. These abductions, like it makes so much sense now when you think back to, back in the day, like I said, I'm an 80s baby, when we would see the newspaper clipping articles at the grocery store or in the paper, or, see the kids in the back of a milk carton. Abduction, ceremonial preparation and holding of sacrificial victim. This is genuinely what I believe is really going on. And again, if you weren't there with Jay-Z, Oprah, Weinstein, Diddy, and Epstein, how the fuck do you know all of this shit? It's the one thing that nobody who's interviewed her has ever thought to ask is how in the goddamn hell could you possibly know about the dark net and the dark coin and what videos are being shopped and who's getting sold for pounds of flesh unless you're directly involved, allegedly. Noted she's changing personalities as she's talking. You can't make this shit up. Exactly. You got all these goddamn spirits coming out of you drinking and allegedly rolling. Because that ain't just alcohol, and it for damn sure ain't weed at all. It's coming from a person who used to fuck with, used to be rolling. I know when a motherfucker's rolling. Trust me. And I know when a motherfucker's coming down and crashing out. There are 7 people. Oh, it's okay. There's actually more than 7 people, fam. Thank y'all. Yeah, y'all don't forget to like the video.
Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes?
Why are you sitting there watching it? That's the question. That's the real question. Why are you sitting there monitoring? For who, for what, and for how much money? And how can you sit there and watch this shit that this woman is describing on here? It's like these are parallel stories. But you're a truth teller, you're an advocate, but everything you say is in alignment with the accusations against Diddy. People have been accusing you of allegedly sacrificing your firstborn son, which is something that a lot of witches are required to do. And again, you did admit that you're a witch. Sources close to you say that you and Giovanni were fighting and that allegedly y'all had got into an argument where you allegedly said to your own son that he was going to get murked. For all the years I supported you, I owe it to myself to do a full investigation of you and everybody connected to you and everybody connected to Jay-Z. Because the thing that I've noticed in every negative story about the demise of somebody in the hip-hop industry, Jay-Z's name always comes up. Pac, Biggie, Kim Porter, Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, Kathy White, Heavy D, allegedly Albie Shore, who survived. And you said that Jay-Z and Beyonce were a nasty little couple, but you never said what you allegedly participated in with them.
People call our traditions savage rituals. They released her as a walk-in from school. Days of agony for her family. Then one morning she was locked at their gate. Alive?
I don't know. See, that little pop-up was on his post. Like, obviously he must have screen recorded this from somewhere. But the thing to do when you're screen recording is put your phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm just saying.
Was shattered. Scars on her body, emptiness in her eyes. She described the estates being haunted, the children who didn't survive the rituals. They released her as a warning to increase her.
She said she described the Epstein estate, and she described the children that were hunted and the children that didn't survive the rituals. The children that didn't survive the rituals, animal and or human sacrifice. It's looking more and more like this is not a conspiracy and like it's probably very real. Allegedly. Said she is wearing the so-called engagement necklace in this interview. Oh, you talking about Jag? Let me switch back. She is wearing the so-called engagement necklace in this interview. That's the necklace I was talking about that was supposed to be for her engagement with Odell. That's weird because typically when a person actually proposes to you, they give you a ring and put it on your finger, not a necklace around your neck. Is definitely giving promise ring. It says, see, I was almost taken as a kid, so I know how real all this could be. I got lucky my parents found me. I'm happy to hear that too, Andrew, because it happens. What the fuck? Who the hell, boy? I am telling you. What the fuck? Hold up, y'all. I don't know who the fuck this loud ass motherfucking bitch is. Give me a second. She sound drunk as hell. Who the fuck is that? Outside yelling and shit. Like, if you don't take your ass wherever the fuck you supposed to be, all extra loud and shit, bitch, take your ass home. Swear to God. Yep. It's about 3 a.m. That's about right. Always some crazies popping out during the witching hour. I'm like, who the fuck? The motherfucker walking by yelling people's name, man, take your ass home. I swear to God. He said, I think I read an article that child remains were found not far from Oprah's school. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Oh, just terrible. Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is it?
Pause. If you haven't talked to Diddy, and Diddy was in jail, how did you know this? Again, I don't know how experienced the people over at Real Life Street Stars are with interviewing, but I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like every time they interview her, it's not a real interview. It's just like them egging her on, them egging on the bullshit and ad-libbing. Because you don't ask the important questions like, how the fuck do you know all this shit? How do you know he needed the money? What conversation had you had with Diddy for you to know that he needed the money and that was why he's selling these videos of debauchery? And on top of that, again, why the fuck are you monitoring? Everything that you say in this video, honestly, I don't know why the fuck you're not locked up. It definitely is given double agent, but this is actual evidence of you claiming to have firsthand knowledge of people and minors being sexually abused and trafficked. So again, why the fuck is this on Real Life Street Stars? Why hasn't this gone to the FBI for an investigation so that they can confiscate all of her shit where she's monitoring the dark net? Now, according to Stone Paxton last year, he claimed that he received a phone call from somebody inside of the Sprinter van that told him that the feds had shown up to confiscate Angie Stone's laptop, her purse, her phone, and private belongings. And again, how are people reaching out to Stone before the feds got there? Or no, before the paramedics got there, the feds were there. That's what he said. They reached out to him and told him, hey, they came and they took Angie Stone's laptop, phone, and personal belongings, her purse, and the paramedics are on the way. See, when people say shit like that, I go immediately red flag, analyze. That sounds like some agent type shit. Or some shit about a person who was allegedly involved in Angie's demise but pretended to be an advocate. Isn't it funny how both her and Stone came on the scene claiming to be advocates, but y'all have real extremely ambiguous, reasonings for your connections to these people? So we're supposed to believe that all Jaguar was a backup singer for Jay-Z, and just by her singing backup, she knows all of this shit, but she wasn't involved in any of the trafficking or sexual abuse. Bullshit, my nigga. I'm not believing that shit worth a damn. Because either you were right there with them, allegedly directly involved, or they've given you a script to go on YouTube and tell all of this outlandish shit. And I think I'm more inclined towards the first explanation. So let me go back. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, thank you and welcome to D's World. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I'm going to play this and compare this to what this African woman is saying about Jay-Z and these child safaris and all of this shit. Because again, the shit she's saying in 2024 is pretty much in alignment with what this woman is saying now in 2026. Crazy, right?
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash.
Pause. How, Sway? How the fuck do you know that? How do you know that Diddy sold these tapes because he needs the cash? Are you his accountant? Are you managing his books? Are you doing his taxes? Or are you monitoring the dark net for Diddy and Jay-Z? Because allegedly that's what I heard. I heard that allegedly they've been paying you to monitor shit to make sure everything goes smooth and that there's no leaks and information, but yet you're sitting on the blue couch snitching about all of it. Make it make sense, my nigga. How the fuck you know all of this shit and then you don't you know you from the hood, snitches get stitches? Why the fuck you snitching? Did you think that maybe if you told all of their shit, people wouldn't focus on you? Oh, no, I'm definitely focused on investigating you. Because how the fuck do you know Miss Wright, not Miss Combs, to my knowledge, not unless you was fucking Diddy allegedly too. How could you know this shit? That's like me saying, I saw Will Smith sell a video sexually abusing people because he needs the money. People would wonder, how the fuck do you know what I'm saying? Like, how would you know? That's the same frequency I'm feeling right here. The only way you could possibly know this Jaguar is because, again, you would have had to have direct connection to him. You know what this also just made me think about was the Parham versus Combs hearing. Because in that docket, they accused you of assisting Diddy in the transportation of women to get trafficked. I mean, you're talking all this shit about Diddy like y'all ace boom coon right here. You talking about how he needed the money and what he's doing. So, I mean, it ain't really far-fetched to believe that maybe your ass wasn't in jail. And maybe those events happened during the time that you weren't locked up in jail. And maybe you really did assist Diddy in the transportation of trafficking these women. Allegedly. Because this is too much firsthand knowledge for somebody talking out their ass. I don't believe you talking out your ass. You high as hell, allegedly. You look like you high as hell. And you for damn sure look and sound drunk. I mean, you were drinking. That's not alleged. If you go back and look at the beginning of this video, she was drinking. Now, I ain't no telling what was in the drink. Maybe it was lean. Maybe it was something else. But even the way you talking, this is beyond alcohol, in my opinion. But I just want to know how you know all this shit about Diddy. All these intimate financial details about Diddy, if you got to make that make sense.
The last freak off tape that just got sold on the darknet, which I know because I monitor, went for $500.
Why did you even say that? So, like, why even say that? The last video went for $500 million on the darknet, which I monitor. Why are you telling this shit? What, like, seriously, what is the purpose? Is the purpose to get people to believe that you have this, exclusive inside scoop and everyone needs to come to you for the tea? Or is the purpose to cause confusion? Because across the board, all the sources connected to you have all said that. Like, yeah, she was planted on YouTube to just cause a whole bunch of distractions, allegedly. But I want to know how the fuck you know all this shit about Diddy. Cody says, a big question, why is she allowed to live after telling a lot of evidence on crimes when many other people have come up dead or saying a lot less? So what is her role and rank in all this precisely? What is your role and rank? Why are you being allowed to say it, period, and still you're alive? And why is it that after you spoke about your son dying, after he was allegedly sacrificed, that you did go viral? Just like Kanye, after his mom died, he became super famous. So it's a lot of why and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
100 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake.
How, Sway? How the fuck do you know that? How do you know who was in the video? Because you watched it. What advocate and defender of freedom sits and watches tapes of sexual abuse, of alleged sexual abuse? Who does that? And who sits and not only monitors what's being shot, but watches the content? Let me show you who does that. The same person that left all these goddamn voicemails on her ex-husband Goomba's phone, threatening for his new girlfriend and her children to be raped and killed. So let's do a side-by-side comparison.
Listen to me, you fucking coward in the head.
And again, fair use.
Listen to me, you fucking coward in the head. I'm going to say this to you for the last time. You need to call me immediately. You are now persona non grata globally. You are feared because you're an idiot and you know too much. You're going to get that unfortunate bitch and her fucked up kids killed.
Pause. You're gonna get that unfortunate bitch and her fucked up kids killed. This is Jaguar voice. This is not AI. These are voicemails that she left, and you can see at the top, apparently this must be Goomba's Instagram. It says Goomba _heads _future wife. This is him sharing these voicemails that Jaguar left him after, I guess they broke up or whatever. Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard the demons, but I definitely did. You're gonna get that bitch and her fucked up kids killed. Then she screams, "Fucking call me back, bitch!" Again, this the same motherfucker that keeps telling the whole world she's a truth teller. That keeps telling the world she has a brand called Cruelty Free Artistry. That keeps telling the world she's an advocate for survivors and a defender of freedom. Really? This was in 2023. Just a little over 2 years ago. This is not from 10 years ago. It's not from 15 years ago. Just a little over 2 years ago. In fact, this was right before, not too long before she went on Piers Morgan. Go figure.
I hope you're happy. The bitch is out. The bitch fucking put that shit up on fucking Twitter. You fucking brought that trash into my motherfucking life. You ain't even worth a bullet.
Again, there she go again. She crying, different personality, different demon manifesting. She's crying, saying, "You're not even worth the bullet." Dude, does it got captions? Oh, it does. Yeah, you're not even worth the bullet. This sounds like an assassination conversation to me. This sounds like some shit a motherfucker who thinks they're an assassin or possibly could be would say and do. You ain't even worth the bullet. Again, why weren't you locked up for conspiracy to murder? This sounds a lot like assault. An assault is any behavior that makes another person feel threatened. Battery is when you put your hands on a person. Conspiracy to murder is when you essentially threaten to kill people. And there's a difference between me sharing my spiritual gifts about what I see in the 5D about people's funerals who are about to die, and then her telling her ex-husband that he's not even worth the bullet, as if she was planning to fucking put a bullet in his goddamn head.
Fucking disloyal piece of shit. At this running the show, huh? So the both of you can run it in jail and in hell.
This is the mess that I gotta continue to deal with after having a great show.
And by the way, that's Goomba speaking right now.
On Google Channel.
Jesus. Do you know what you've done?
That was 3 demons in just a matter of 10 seconds. Her voice sounds identical. That part where her voice just broke up, she does the same thing on this video. When she starts talking about the women from Epstein that she alleged she rescued, which we still ain't seen no goddamn evidence of that. Wait, I didn't notice that until now. That little... Wait, what did that say? They or you? Hold up.
The woman that you love so much, your lover won't gonna do solid.
That is... They petty as hell for that. Not the they or you scrolling up. I'm done. Because that's what I've been saying this whole time. Isn't they you? When she said they were gonna come for me, they're gonna hunt me, they're gonna kill me, they are gonna do this, who the fuck is they? You always say what they are gonna do, but you never say who they is, because they is probably your ass. They is probably you.
The woman that you love so much, your lover one girl, your lover. They're gonna cut that bitch up.
They're gonna cut that bitch up. Oh, there it is. Assassination. Ironically, during when Angie Stone's funerals were scheduled, March 13th through the 15th. Ides of March, satanic holiday, blood ritual, assassination, any age, male or female. Oh, here's the other one. February 25th, St. Walpurgis Day, blood ritual, commune of blood and dismemberment. You know what? I wonder what day she sent him these messages. I would not be surprised if it was on a satanic holiday. Now, the posting of this doesn't dictate when she sent it, but yeah, this was posted April 6th of 2023. It's just interesting that the first thing she led with is they're gonna cut that bitch up. Okay. So again, why wasn't this I just wondered, did Goomba not press charges? She's essentially telling you, like, literally a threat of what's gonna happen to your mom. They're gonna cut that bitch up. Who is they, and why would somebody cut up his mom because he left you? And then she's saying you just put death warrants on everybody's heads that you know. Again, how do you know that? Because it sounds like this is conspiracy to murder here. Like, if something would have happened to Goomba's mom or to Nikki and her kids, she would literally be suspect number one just off these voicemails alone. But you have a cruelty-free artistry brand. You claim to be an advocate and you claim to be a truth teller, right? You're the truth? Okay. Okay. Maybe true acting like you crazy, but not true for real.
So that's what I gotta deal with, and that's what I just dealt with. And I'm tired of these threats to my family, my mom, everybody. Jackie, Jaguar Wright, that's the last time you threatened my family.
Honey, I'm at the bar having a drink.
I mean, I have literally heard at least 24 different demons, and this is only 3 minutes in. You're crying, talking about he put death warrants on all them. They're gonna kill. Like, what the fuck? And I don't even buy the shit Trashy K was saying about, well, you know, she's crazy and she's bipolar schizophrenic. Again, I have a sister who struggles, with that. She's never left 5011 messages on my voicemail threatening to kill anybody. Now, I don't know, she might have been doing some crazy shit I don't know about. But nah. Even if that were the case, even if Jaguar really is bipolar schizophrenic, it's still not an excuse to be leaving 5011 messages on your ex's voicemail talking about how they're going to chop up his mom and how they're going to kill his girlfriend, his new girlfriend, and her kids. Makes no sense. And then you're here so cavalier and so casually sitting at the bar having a drink. Again. Exactly, Andrew. Exactly. There's a reason they call it spirits.
I watched your broadcast.
Pause. Why do you always watch people's broadcasts that you claim you don't like? This is nuts. And then on this voicemail at the beginning, after you just called him a fucking asshole and yelled and screamed and talked about how they're going to kill all the, his new girlfriend and kids and his mom, you're now leaving him a voicemail talking about, honey, like y'all are still together. Oh my God. There's so many levels of delusions of grandeur here. It's insane.
And I heard when you screamed. And you said this is fucked up. You just sat there and let that goofy fucking bitch and that fucking liar tree lie on the Black Panther with 1,600 people watching. You know why you couldn't go to the meeting in Chicago. Chef told you why. And now it's a proven fact. You're a fucking idiot. And nobody can trust you because you're a fucking idiot. because your mother trained you to be a fucking idiot so she could control you. You just sat there and went along with a conspiracy plot against the Black Panther Party, honey. You just alienated the only people who might. They're all fucking dead. And you killed them.
The crazy thing was her saying, you know what's coming now. That unfortunate bitch and her fucking children, they're all dead. And you killed them. Like, this is really nuts. Because even if, you know, you want to try to say later, like, oh, that's not what it was. I mean, you are threatening. You're literally threatening for his girlfriend and kids to be killed. Like, this is insane to me. This is really insane to me.
Actually, that's what they're going to say. They're going to say that you're a veteran and you finally snapped from the pressure. They're not going to need me for this one.
Pause. They're going to say you're a veteran, you finally snapped from the pressure, mocking veterans who deal with PTSD. And then to say they're not going to need me for this one again is a sign, in my opinion, that you have clearly, allegedly participated in people being raped and killed and sacrificed more than once for you to say they're not going to need me for this one. Yeah, satanic revels, sexual sacrifice, rape, oral, anal, vaginal. And then blood ritual, communion of blood and dismemberment, drinking of human blood for strength and homage to the demons. This is precisely what this shit sounds like that she's describing. And again, is in direct alignment with what this woman is saying about the African safaris. And it's also in alignment with what she talked about as far as, you know, the sexual shit. All the shit about Diddy selling tapes. It's like everything you talk about points to you clearly have firsthand knowledge of people being sacrificed. And you're basically confessing and admitting that you witnessed it on the dark net. So again, I researched it and I put them pieces to the puzzles real quick, baby. I was like, no, wait a minute. The stuff this lady is saying, that's a lot of the same shit Jaguar been talking about. Threatening Goomba's new girlfriend and her kids and all of this shit. And then saying they're not going to need me for this one. In my opinion, that's a whole entire confession. It really is.
They're going to make an example out of you, see? They're going to fucking kill her. They're going to kill the kids. They're going to put bullets in all of their heads. And you better hope they don't fucking rape her.
They're going to kill her. They're going to kill all the kids. They're going to put bullets in their heads. And you better hope they don't fucking rape her. Why, as a woman who has survived rape, would you find joy in saying this to your ex-husband? It's like, again, the fear-mongering shit. This is the same crazy type of shit she was saying to me about how Jay-Z was allegedly paying Danny Robertson and how they're going to come after me and you're going to end up in a shipping container and I could have 3 Mexicans at your house right now and you need to be more careful because Jay-Z's hunting. That's how she said it. Jay-Z's hunting spiritualists, D. Jay-Z's hunting truth tellers. So now that you're supporting me, you're on his radar and he's coming for you and so is Danny Robertson. And I'm like, why are you trying to speak all of this negative shit into my life in all this fear mongering shit when we were aligned then. We were still connected. Like, what the fuck? It just seems like this is a tactic of hers where she does this fear mongering shit thinking it's going to scare people, and all it does is backfire. Because all this did was make you look horrible. Even though Goomba ain't shit for putting his hands on you, you ain't shit for doing this. What was the objective? You thought he was going to listen to these voicemails and be like, oh shit, let me get my shit together and get rid of Nikki, and let me run back to my ex-wife who's threatening my mom to be chopped up and threatened for my girlfriend and her kids to be raped and killed. This is how you know somebody is not mentally stable. What was the objective here? What result were you expecting from this? Or was it just to keep up drama, which is something you love to do? Because you cannot call yourself a cruelty-free artistry brand and do this type of shit. You can't call yourself an advocate for survivors of sexual abuse and say shit like this. And you for damn sure can't call yourself a defender of freedom when you're threatening for your ex-husband, his mom, his new girlfriend, and her kids to be killed, raped, and dismembered. No more just blindly supporting people. And in my case, it wasn't even blindly supporting you because I supported you from afar off of, Storm Monroe's channel. This is for the benefit of those who are blindly following you now, to see the shit that you were trying to hide when we were aligned. I want these people to now see this is you. Not this fake ass real life street stars version of you. This is you. This is the real you. Because you know, as much as you be recording phone calls without people's permission and playing in public, I bet you didn't think that Goomba was ever going to let this shit get out. But I'm really glad he did. Because if this is just one situation, how many other 5011 voicemails have you left him like this? Probably like hundreds, if not thousands. This is some crazy shit.
Because they're going to rape her and all of her children, including the boy, in front of you.
She said because they're going to rape her and all of her children, including the boy, in front of you. How do you know that? Maybe you know that because maybe, just maybe, you might be either a double agent or, like I said from jump, allegedly a part of this shit from the entire beginning.
It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
Doesn't she sound exactly the same in the inflections? It's almost like the same demons that were coming out of her on this video where she's saying this shit to Goomba are the same ones here where she's calling herself exposing Diddy for selling a $500 million tape. But you also just admitted that you watched the tape, and if there's minors on that tape, that low-key makes you no different from a pedophile. And then you're watching how the tape's being sold and chopped, and yeah, but you're not a part of it. Okay.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell.
That's how they're trading for all the flesh they sell. This woman is accusing Jay-Z and Epstein of having child sacrifice safaris, where also the allegations are the wealthy men pay money to capture and hunt children and then to do satanic rituals. How Sway is what she's saying so similar to what Jaguar's saying. If none of it is true. If it's all just a big conspiracy theory.
Yeah. They are saying we can take anyone anytime. Most who are taken never return. They're trafficked out, sold across borders, used for organs.
She said they're trafficked out, sold across borders, and used for organs. Yeah, that's right in alignment with the communion of blood and dismemberment and drinking of human blood. It's all the same.
Or worse. People call our traditions savage, primitive. But these rich foreigners, they hunt children for sport and drink blood in their rituals. That's not civilization. That's pure evil on a level we never dreamed. I'm not staying silent. Silence protects him and is necessary.
Know if this is 100% true, but it is interesting that Jay-Z has just left America just as this revelations are all coming.
And I want to point that out too, because people were on Instagram going back and forth saying Jay-Z didn't leave the States. Look, he's here for the Super Bowl, as if he couldn't have paid to catch a flight back. He was spotted in Israel. He was spotted in Israel when this first went viral. And he was also spotted in Israel when his name was first mentioned in the Epstein files in the accusation of the girl that did the FBI call-in, where she said that when she was 13, she was sexually assaulted and trafficked by Epstein, and that she woke up in a room with Jay-Z, but she named him as Sean Carter and Harvey Weinstein.
Stared into the abyss of elite depravity and lived to speak of it. In the heart of Nigeria, far from the red carpets and sold-out arenas, she explains how a world-famous American music icon has turned her land into his private hunting ground. Human safaris, satanic blood rights, trafficking networks that feed on the darkest appetites of the global elite. These are not rumours whispered in back alleys. They are the lived nightmares of survivors who have escaped, and the silent graves of those who did not.
So yeah, like I said, it let me switch tab. And then this is the Morbid Melon video that I had shown you guys before. And I realized just even more so how on point this video is with what's being said, and now how much this is actually, this parody is confirming the accusations of what that lady just said on that post. So again, I do believe that there are direct connections allegedly between Jaguar and Jay-Z for sure, and Jaguar, Jay-Z, Diddy, Epstein, Oprah, and all of them. So I'm gonna play this, and then after this I'm in the live because I'm really tired. I probably will end up doing a part 2.
Cardi's might even turn this into a new pizza shop in her name.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we just bought it. This a teacher. Never talk bad about the Cardi's. Might even turn this into a new pizza shop in her name. Come on, let me show you around to our new spot.
Whoa. Jay, come look at this. Look at her, sitting there with all them nasty ass little African dolls, acting like she wasn't one of us.
I remember this. This is back when we went to Africa, right? At your spot, right, Oprah?
I miss that shop. This is gonna make us a ton of money. Nobody cares about missing African children. We've been doing this for years.
Oh, Oprah, you've outdone yourself again. This place is gonna be a gold mine for us. You know I already have 3 people on reserve, right? Charlize Theron, Bill Clinton, and of course you know I got Prince Andrew.
And Harvey Weinstein has one on layaway right now. Oprah, thank you so much, Oprah, for making our village these schools.
Of course, little girl. I want to see you grow.
Here, I made this just for you, Oprah.
What is this shit? The fuck is this?
Look at this shit, Jay. What the fuck? This nasty ass shit.
And what's crazy about this is all of the shit with the accusations against her and the lady that was running the all-girls school, and how they made sure to put that in this parody. It's crazy.
Get out of here. No voodoo dolls. Matter of fact, Big Bubba, Patrick, start with her. Get her out of here. The good old days, Jay. I miss them. It was Romy. She done tripped me up. But I didn't. Guess you did, little girl. Shit. Ooh. Oh my gosh. She almost done hurt my twerking hip. You know I still get down like that, right, Beyonce? Should've left your ass in the car.
Yo, B, where you going? You don't want to see the rest of the house?
I don't want to see any big cats tonight.
Alright, go ahead. Come on, Oprah, let's see what else we can find in this nasty ass place. Come on.
Look at that.
Is that really his?
Yeah, I think it is.
We should send her back spoonfuls of it. Let her really know we mean business.
You really know how to torture your own people.
I'm mad. Them talking about spoonfuls because of when she had allegedly ate Giovanni's sons. Like I said, this, even though it's a dark humor parody based on true events, they truly did nail everything as far as what she went viral for.
Don't you? I love it.
What was that? Rumi? Hey, baby girl, where you going? Rumi! Yo, Rumi, where you at? Mommy and Blue waiting for you in the car. Rumi? Oh! Rumi, this ain't like you. Rumi? Hey, yo, get off me, nigga. Yo, what is this little voodoo doll shit?
What else is in here? What was that? Jay? Rumi? Is that one of them dolls? Oh shit, that thing moving? Now you stay right there. Hold on. Let me get the hell out of here. What the fuck? Oh shit. It's a whole damn voodoo doll village. Now y'all little niggas stay right there. Jay!
Hell nah, Oprah. I ain't helping shit. That old voodoo bitch, she always gonna get the one up on us. You know they gave her an award for talking bad about us.
That part always sends me, where he says, you know, they gave her an award for talking bad about us. I would say that's probably a more accurate description of what that Defender of Freedom award was compared to the bullshit explanation she gave. Oh my God, I just remembered when Odell called me about that. When he called to ask me What did I think about her getting invited to Mar-a-Lago to go see the president? And it was crazy because he called me privately before he did the family group call and wanted my opinion because of my spiritual gifts. I was like, man, it ain't about to help shit. I was like, he don't even like black people for real. All he gonna do is use her to try to, get people to vote for him and to try to get black people on his side. And so I'm laughing at him, the creator, addressing that in just this one little scene where he's like, they gave her an award for talking bad about us. Because that's pretty much what it was, just a fake ass award. And again, you went viral after speaking about your son's death, which to me seems like, yeah, it could have possibly been a sacrifice because he was your firstborn son. And again, that's what a lot of witches are required to do. And the people that sell their souls, they're required to sacrifice their firstborn son. So I'm just saying, it's shit there that looks like that could be true.
I'm out of here.
Where you going, Jay?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Is that your son ashes, bitch?
Them putting this in there what she did to Goomba is fucking hilarious.
Do it. I do what I want with my DNA. No, Jaguar, no.
Oh my God. Okay. So even though that is some levity, even though they did it in a dark, hilarious way, there's so much truth, in my opinion, to how many minutes was that? That first 4.5 minutes of this video. Now, again, I ain't gonna hold y'all. My sleep aid has kicked in, so probably more than likely what we're gonna do is a part 2. And I definitely actually do want to finish showing y'all that video because there's more to a lot of the stuff I'm investigating and the truths about it. But like I said, what I do is I compare everything. I look at dates, I look at times, I look at the satanic ritual calendar, to see relevancy and see what correlates. And that's how I do my investigations. Like, I know there's platforms where people, they just sit up and just bash Jaguar all the time. That's not what this is about. I am legit looking for the connection that everything I've been showing the 5D, I'm investigating that to show y'all. Because so much shit that has been said, it definitely seems like it's been orchestrated or set up or, sent to be this distraction and put all this shit out to basically cover up for her alleged involvement in it. That's my opinion about it. So, yeah. Neptune, okay. So yeah, definitely there's going to be, this is part 1 of this investigation, this live. More than likely, we probably will do part 2. If all goes well later today, we probably will do part 2 tonight. And then my goal is for us to do the watch party. So what we're going to start with is going to be the making of a bad boy. Because like I said, I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen the whole thing. We're going to do all that on rumble.com. So again, y'all don't forget to go on Rumble and sign up, subscribe, and follow. But I am continuing my investigation. Did Jaguar Wright sacrifice her son Giovanni for Jay-Z? And does Jay-Z truly have this child murder African safari that he allegedly hunts children with Epstein and all of Epstein's global elite, Oprah, the allegedly Weinstein, of course, they said were a part of it, Diddy, Jay-Z, and Jaguar, and many others. That's what we're going to find out. I'm going to keep investigating until I get all of the deets. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for your support. Shout out to all of these people. Shout out to those that have recently subscribed. If you subscribed tonight, thank you and welcome to D's World. Again, turn on your notification bell. That way you get notified every time I go live or upload. And shout out to all the veteran DzPeepz in the chat. Thank y'all so much for supporting the platform. I love y'all dearly. I appreciate y'all. So family, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. There is more coming forward. And I feel a lot, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel vindicated on a spiritual level, because it's like, man, all the shit that I've gone through and endured with these people, literally just trying to give people support and prayer and all of that. It's like, no, now God's doing exactly what I said was going to happen. God is uncovering all of this in a way to where it cannot be refuted. So family, I love y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Have a beautiful day.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell.